Hey guys, it's Stephanie. So, I am here to give you my 4 month update using the Sinclair method to rid myself of my alcohol addiction. So, for those of you who don't know, the Sinclair method describes a process where you take medication, naltrexone or nalmefene, depending on your area of the world, and you take it an hour before you drink, and over time, it will rid you of your addiction. We call that pharmacological extinction. And I've been using the process for about 4 months and I have seen some amazing results. So I am very, very happy with where I am so far. I have not reached the point of extinction, but I can definitely see it in my future. So after these 4 months, I realized I found my very first naltrexone prescription bottle. So I started February 15th. So here we are in June. So I'm going on 4 months, a little over 4 months. This has been an amazing time for me. I'm very, very happy with my progress and what I've seen so far. So I went from drinking in one night. I could easily put back 1.5 to 2 bottles of wine. And when I was not drinking, I was always thinking about drinking. I was wanting to drink at times that were inappropriate, and I was really getting to the point where I was concerned about my job and my family and not handling all of the responsibilities that I have as a mother and, as an employee. So after these 4 months, I would say my drinking is way, way down. So I'll tell you how it's been going for me this past month or so. So lately, I haven't had too many alcohol free days, which of course is a goal of mine. I would like to get to the point where I only drink when I have a specific reason and not on my nights at home. And I feel like I'm kind of in an upswing, as they call it. With the Sinclair method, your drinking will gradually go down, but there are some raises and some high points and some low points within that. I do feel like lately I've been in more of a high point, meaning just that I've been wanting to drink more nights than I haven't. And I had one week there where recently where I drank every day during that week. And even though I was drinking every day, it still was not nowhere near the levels that I was. At this point in time, an average drinking session for me is about half a bottle, sometimes 3/4 of a bottle of wine, which is amazing, amazing to me. And not only that, it's usually within a much longer period of time. So whereas before I could drink the 1.5, 2 bottles within 2 to 3 hours, now I'm more like drinking a half a bottle of wine over the course of 5 to 6 hours. Um, I don't know. It may be like a small comfort thing for me, just having the wine there. But I definitely don't get to the point of intoxication anymore, and I really don't even have the desire to. Um, so for a lot of people that use the Sinclair method, their goal would be, well, I think almost everyone is looking to reach the goal of extinction. And some people even go on to abstinence after that. I'm not sure if I want complete abstinence, but I do want extinction. So the difference would be with extinction, that means that the addiction to alcohol is completely gone and you get to the point where you're indifferent to alcohol. Whereas abstinence would be, of course, where you get to that point of extinction and then you plan to never drink again. And a lot of people get to that point. So I'm happy with my progress right now. I'm thinking now that I may start a drink log, which is definitely something that they suggest in the book written by Dr. Roy Escapa called The Cure for Alcoholism, which describes the entire Sinclair method. It's a great book. I haven't gotten all the way through it, but I have read quite a bit and I enjoy the book. So, yeah, my goal is to get to a point where I have zero addiction to alcohol, but I can still partake in drinking when I choose to. So I feel like I'm on that track. I mean, my life is just so much different now. I mean, the fact that I haven't gotten to the point where I've drank and blah blah blah. I haven't gotten to the point where I drink until I get sick. That hasn't happened to me in a long time. Really, this whole 4 months, it's never happened. I haven't gone overboard. I've drank more than I felt comfortable with, but as long as I was being compliant, then that really didn't happen. Now, if you saw my last video, then I described to you a relapse that I had where I actually stopped taking the medication, and I'm sure that set me back a little bit, because it was about a 2.5 week period where I didn't take the medication, and my drinking ramped up pretty obscenely. And but I'm definitely getting back to the point where I have almost complete control over this thing. Um, and it's just been an extreme blessing to me. So if this method, if you are the type of person where you just feel like you have been drinking too much, or even if you're in the later more severe stages of alcoholism, it's something to look into. For me, I think that this method is preferable to going to AA and getting abstinence, or getting sobriety anyway, and being abstinent, but also having those cravings in my head 24/7, to where I'm white knuckling or brown knuckling, whatever, for me, my way through life, and just trying really, really hard to not drink at all. But with those constant swirling thoughts, the Sinclair method is an option for you to actually kill the beast instead of just postponing it. I feel like even people in AA will tell you that if they could drink, that they would. And, I really, my goal is to not just be sober, but to be free of the addiction itself, to not crave it, to not want to do it when I shouldn't be doing it, just to have my life back and to be free. So if that's what you're looking for, please look into the Sinclair method. I've got a couple things that I wanted to talk to you guys about here. For one, the drink log, as I was mentioning, is something that I'm going to start. I was able to find quite a few apps in the Play Store that will actually count your drinks for you, and I think that that's a great way to go with something like this. So if you start the Sinclair method and you would like to, just keep track of your drinks, I think one of the easiest ways is going to be to use one of these apps. So I found a couple that I like, and I'm going to start doing that soon. And that way, even when I have weeks like this where I am drinking, more often than I am not, then at least I can still see the number of drinks that I'm having and see my chart going gradually down, even if there are some spikes. As long as the trend is overall going down, it can give me a little more comfort for when I'm having times like this where I've been drinking more often, but still not drinking nowhere near to where I used to. And I'm very happy, very thankful for this entire thing coming to me. I'm so happy. I wanted to also talk to you guys about some of the anxiety that we have. I mean, as alcoholics, anxiety is like part and parcel with the game, And I have been able to find a few herbs that I have been using to kind of quell some of that anxiety for me and also help me with sleep. So I wanted to share that with you guys in case it was helpful. So personally, I got several. I don't know if you can see that. So this is some valerian root extract. This is passion flower. This is ashwagandha. And I also have, in that other bag over there, I'm not going to dig it out, I also have hops. So these herbs are what you call GABAergic. So they work on your system to help quell anxiety. And also they're really, really great for helping you sleep. So if you do have an alcohol-free day, I think if you wanted to try something like that, maybe for sleeping or just maybe during the daytime so that you have a little less anxiety, I think that would be very helpful. So what I do is I actually bought a scale. I have this scale here, and it measures in grams, micrograms, and a couple other units of measurement. And I usually pick like a gram of each. one of my favorite four, which would be, like I said, valerian, hops, ashwagandha, or passion flower. I pick three and I do a gram of each at nighttime. And man, if I am having an alcohol free day and I need to sleep, because sleeping is hard for us, I find it so helpful to, just have some herbal therapy with that. It helps a lot. And also, during the daytime, maybe half all of those doses, and then you would be surprised at the calm that comes over you. I really also want to stress that they all work on your GABA system, which is the same system that alcohol works on. So I wouldn't advise that you do it hardcore for maybe 2 weeks at a time. I don't even take these every day, but if I am having a day where I'm feeling some anxiety, or I'm aiming for an alcohol free day, but I still want to get some sleep and, just function, whatever it is, then I really find that helpful. So I wanted to put those out there and let you guys know that there are some good herbs out there that can be helpful. So also, I mean, I know that a lot of people think of herbs and they're like, that doesn't work for me. And I really think that the problem is that if you go to the store and you buy capsules, they tend to have a very, very low dose. You're not going to find any capsules that have a whole gram of ashwagandha in it. So I think the key is get you a scale, get bulk powders, and then measure out your own dose. You can play around with the different doses and everything, but that's been great for me, for the anxiety that comes with just not being able to drink, or just as your system kind of regulates back to normal. It's been very, very helpful to me. So I wanted to put that out there. Also, fellowship. I wanted to talk about that. So I also have to say thank you. So Katie from Embodied Daily actually made a video, and she mentioned my channel for a resource for people who are using the Sinclair method, just to have, someone to talk to, or look at some videos of people who are going through the same thing that you're going through. And I really appreciate that, Katie. Thank you so much. And also made me think I need to make a video, because there's nothing really new on my channel for anyone to watch. So if you haven't checked out Katie from Embodied Daily, please do that. She's got a bunch of videos up, actually, a lot more than me, and they're a lot more structured, and she's got good information, good solid info. They're a lot more informative than mine. Also, I am now a member of the Sinclair Method Warriors group on Facebook, and that's been great for me. That's been fantastic. It's good for information. It's good just for fellowshipping. It's good just for getting to know other people that are, maybe in your area that are going through the same thing as you. So if you are on Facebook, I definitely recommend that you get on the Sinclair Method Warriors group. And I don't have too much to talk about. I just wanted to let you guys know how I was doing. I'm still being compliant with the medication, and I'm seeing my drinking go down. My cravings when I'm not drinking are almost zero. I think it may be at this point more of a habit for me to just drink a lot, not a lot, but to drink more often when I'm at home at the end of the day. So that's probably something that I'm going to have to just kind of call myself on and say, you can not drink tonight, because it's not like it used to be where you're just going crazy, dying for a drink. I think I'm just, kind of getting comfortable with the routine. Like I said, my goal is not abstinence, but I don't want to be, I really would feel more comfortable if I drank 1 to 2 times a week, if that, right? So, and I'm getting there. With the Sinclair method, definitely. So, I don't know. I think that's all I got to say right now for this update, but it's been 4 months. They suggest that for most people, it will take, somewhere between 4 to 10 months to really get the full benefit of it. The way things are going right now, I totally think that I could reach extinction by the 1 year mark, because I'm already basically a normal drinker. I am. I mean, I never get drunk anymore. I never get wasted. I just drink moderately, and I love it. I never thought that I would be able to continue drinking yet control it. And that's what this is given to me. That's what it's getting. With a little more hard work, I really feel like I could reach the extinction point and then become, exactly who I want to be. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's all I got for this update. Hopefully the sound is a heck of a lot better. I was using my tablet, now I'm using my computer. Hopefully that helps and you guys can actually hear me this time. But if you have any questions, or if there's something that you were wondering about, give me some video ideas, because I do want to make more videos and be a lot more present for the Sinclair method community. And one more thing. I know I keep saying I'm done. I wanted to point something out also. If you did see my last video, if you could hear me, because the sound was horrible, but I was making a statement about kratom and how I was using kratom, and that actually was a part of what led to my not taking the medication and that pretty bad relapse that I had. I want to make it clear that that's something that I'm not doing anymore. It really was a hindrance to my recovery here, because for those of you who don't know what kratom is, it works on the opiate receptors, which is the same thing that naltrexone blocks. So because I was feeling tired and I had a lot of side effects from using the naltrexone, I was wanting to not take it and use the kratom because it is very energizing and whatnot. So after I made that video and some time had passed, I started thinking, not only was it dumb for me to be taking kratom, knowing that I have this other stuff that I'm going through, I also feel like it was very irresponsible of me to put that on the video in the first place, because if it's a stumbling block for me, then it definitely could be a stumbling block for someone else. So it felt really irresponsible of me to the community and even to myself. So I wanted to make it clear that I'm no longer doing that. And I think that, it was the best decision for me, and so it makes it to where there is no temptation for me to not take the meds based on something else that I want to take. So I wanted to clarify that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got for real this time. So anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.